Welcome to Blended Healing. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use. Grand Rising. There are many shades of blue, being that those shades of blue are directly correlated with depression. During this fourth quarter of 2024, the last month of the year, we just got over the hurdle of Thanksgiving, and now we're heading into holiday season, as they call it. We got to work through this depression. There are at least 10 different faces of depression that you probably don't even know that has a name. And we're going to get to that. But depression is something that we should take a bit more seriously in our community. We have a tendency of oversimplifying the symptoms and want those who are battling depression to just wish it away. That's not how it works. People that are high functioning make those that don't understand depression believe it's just a matter of needing to get over your feelings. Feelings, regardless of how we may see them, are real. And when somebody that we know is feeling down, that they don't want to move and they don't even want to catch a shower, we shouldn't dismiss that as laziness. When they are disheveled, we should show a little bit of more compassion, because they could be fighting to keep one foot in front of the other. And though there are more discussions being had about depression and other mental illnesses, we must still find a way to function from day to day. Depression is a monster. It's a monster. Something that we must work through on a daily basis so that we continue to have the basic necessities that we need to maintain the relationships that matter to us the most. You know, I'm the biggest cheerleader when it comes to therapy. Therapy isn't an enemy. And I know that sometimes you may need somebody who's impartial, somebody who don't know you, know your story, know anything about you, to talk to them about some of the things that you are feeling that's triggering your depression. These trained professionals can offer some practical methods to get you through your day consistently, even if you are still battling you. They will give you a roadmap on how to get through today. This balance in church or the practice of your belief system can have some balance for you as well. So we shouldn't go around belittling people that decide therapy is what's necessary. We shouldn't ridicule them. We should not do those things. They are just trying to function every day in spite of whatever they're feeling. I ask you to do this. I ask you to remain open and knowing that there are many different methods to help and to overcome depression. Keep an open mind. We just have to find the right path that works best for us. And that can even be a combination of different methods. You know, it doesn't matter. Whatever works for you is for you. Just whatever works, baby. It's just important for you to maintain a healthy consistency. And remember that what your steps are on days you don't want to move. Sometimes just getting up, that first initial move to get up, helps jumpstart you from moving through the day. There ain't no right and no wrong way to handle depression. The first and biggest step is acknowledging that its presence is there. It's so important to have a strong support system that can help you move through your day when you feel things are spiraling out of control. I know when you go to work, your job may not be kind. They don't like dealing with the shh. They may have a mental illness. They're not equipped for that. Not the people on the floor. I'm sure they got programs, employee assistance programs, the EAPs, that can help you out. But what happens when you have that break at work and it seems that your coworkers trigger you and may do that shit on purpose to make the environment that you work in more combative for you that's fighting depression. Just having a person that you can call or text is so helpful. Never let someone make you feel as though you're lazy, that you're inadequate, that you're subhuman because you're battling with depression. That doesn't make you weak. Everyone has something they must work through, and depression is just you. It's just you challenging just to overcome. Stay encouraged today that you are a work in progress, as is everybody else that's on this planet. There are so many different shades of blue. They have a thing, that's called seasonal affective disorder. And that's a type of depression that occurs when the seasons change. People that have that disorder experiences depression that begins and ends around the same time each year. You who may have this can feel as though you don't have a lot of energy. And in depression, that's usually the case. And some of these cases of seasonal affective disorder can be treated by using a sun lamp. A sun lamp, which mimics the bright light to help the brain wake up. Depending on the case, patients can be helped by antidepressants as well. Depressive psychosis is a subtype of a major depression where a person has a component of psychosis along with their severe depression. Psychosis in description means that when a person has a break with reality in the form of hearing voices, hallucination, delusion, and intense feelings of failure, worthlessness, or any other type of feelings like that. At least 1 out of every 4 people admitted into the hospital due to depression are affected by this form of illness. Premenstrual dysphoric disorder is a term used to describe when a person has a severe case of premenstrual syndrome in the week before the start of their period. Around 5% of women of childbearing age will experience premenstrual dysphoric disorder. It includes hopelessness, sadness, tension, anxiety, extreme moodiness, anger, and marked irritability. For those of you who are suffering through this disorder, You may have an underlying anxiety or depression that is amplified by the fluctuations in your hormones when you are menstruating. What about situational depression? It's when a person has a short-term episode of depression symptoms that go with increased stress. And this form of depression affects a person after they have been a part of a traumatic event or a series of events. It can also be known as adjustment disorder. Symptoms of situational depression include sadness, lack of enjoyment of regular activities, constant worrying, disinterest in food, hopelessness, regular crying, feeling anxious, problems focusing, feeling overwhelmed, not paying your bills, thoughts of, you know what, unaliving, and difficulty with sleep. There's different shades of blue. And a typical depression is the kind of depression that characterized by so many different specific symptoms and causes a person to brighten up in a response of positive events. They tend to show mood improvement in response to the event. It's common for a person who's affected by bipolar 1 or 2, seasonal affective disorder, and psychothemia to be affected by atypical depression as well. Disruptive mood dysregulation disorder. You getting the picture here? That there's so many different shades of blue that you go through. Seek help, whether it's professional or not. This type of depression is when a person gets angry, they have temper tantrums, and they're very, very irritable. They may have outbursts of yelling and screaming. The episodes can occur in a person that's affected by this disorder that is not the result of other underlying disorders like substance abuse, learning disabilities, or developmental disability. There are many shades of blue. Many shades of blue. And like I said before, there's no wrong or right way to handle the depression, but acknowledging it is a start. I hope to God that you have a strong support system that can help you move through the day when you feel as though you're out of control. Don't let anybody get to you. Do the best that you can. Your best today may be something different than your best tomorrow. You feel me? It's okay to be blue. But as long as you can recognize it and then somehow find the inner strength to pull yourself out. Okay, I'm done. I'm done. Be well, stay safe, and I shall speak to you very, very soon.
I got my soul back. 2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible on my mama couch. It took a little faith. I got some demons to deal with. I see red, I see red, I see red. Blood on my hands, but I'm healing. And I got my soul back. 2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible on my mama couch. It took a little faith. I got some demons to deal with. I see red, I see red, I see red. Blood on my hands, but I'm healing. And I got my soul back. 2002 Toyota. Pray to a God I forgot about. King James Bible.